place. Can't be tamed. I'm a grenade, light a match like kerosene and make a scene, get a little crazy. I'm confident with the devil's grin, dressed real nice, showing off my silky skin. Real dangerous, making them beg, running wild, got no regrets. I'm bad.
Hey, this is Nuke with the Weekly Poop Report, and this one's going to be kind of fun. We're going to talk about one of our most energetic young men that all the women love, and that's good old fucking Marky Poo, or Sub-Zero, the cold one. And today we have an amazing guest in our studio. And keep in mind, my studio is a fucking wreck after I'm actually looking around in here. But she's well known on VIP Spades, and it's Unchained. How are we doing today, Unchained?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So where are you from again, man?
I'm from Old Kentucky.
Old Kentucky. Now keep in mind, listen, I'm so sorry. Look, I don't have nothing against no country motherfuckers, but Kentucky, Arkansas, West Virginia, let me ask a question. Because here, like, we all know, like, the dating scene, online dating's horrific. In Kentucky, for dating, do you guys just go to a family reunion, or how does it work?
Yeah, pretty much. We just gather around and pick which cousin we're going to date for the day.
Hey, but you know what? It's okay. You know what? Love, shoot, keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? Why give to a stranger when you can keep it amongst yourselves? That's what I always said. Now, listen, I've never tried it, but hey, if it comes like a set of steak knives or a nice little perk, like a little trip somewhere, I'm willing to learn. I just need to, I guess, look at my family schedule, see when the next family reunion is. So tell me a little bit more about you, and like you keep look, I don't care what you had for dinner, unless it's a nice meatloaf like my mama used to make. Now, if you can make a fine meatloaf with that fat ass, might get you a ticket to move to Cala motherfucking Rado. But yeah, tell us about your Spades experience or whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Stage is yours, mama.
So my Spades experience, I pretty much explained that in the CEO show. I've been playing now for 33 years. I learned from my parents at a table where you should learn.
Oh, wait. Yeah, let me help, dude. This wasn't a question on how you learned to play Spades. Dude, I don't give a fuck about that. Tell me about, like, VIP, your experience being a VIP. Look, we all know you can play some cards. Shit, you beat me probably more times than I want to admit. So, but we all have our good days. So, but no, you are a great player. Dude, I don't give a fuck where you learned to play. And now keep in mind, Sundays with CEO is a great show, and I'll always throw a shout out. Now, this is Nuke's Poop Report. Give a fuck how you learned to play. Tell me about VIP and your experience with that.
Oh, well, I know that I've made so many friends here. I can't even begin to count. I think a lot of the people at VIP gets a little too tore up over games and sensitive things, and they just really take it way too serious. And I've always enjoyed a good roast. I've had that happen to me a few times here. And I've
What, like a roast, like on the dinner table, or are you talking about in the VIP global chat?
in the VIP global chat. We've all had our turn, I think, being in the spotlight.
No, yeah, that's a fact. So do you have any memorable ones where you were like where you felt someone really roasted the fuck out of you?
I think out of everybody that has actually come after me, I would have to give props to Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe's a good one.
Zoe
And
is
who?
he.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Zoe. Yeah.
yeah. He's definitely. If I was to say I was to ever be triggered, he would have probably been the person that got me close enough to it.
No, you're right. And so let's give Zoe some props because CEO actually asked me a similar question, and the only one that ever rattled me, well, and there's a lot behind those on his show with me, but no, Zoe was the only one that rattled me. But I had a lot going on, so no, you definitely picked a winner there. He could definitely roast with the best of us.
Yes. He knows no bounds either. He doesn't care.
No, but you know what is funny? Because look, when you're going to roast someone or you're going to be a troll, No, at the end of the day, if you're going to play the game, you got to be ready for whatever they're going to throw. And boy, Zoe, I've got to give it to him. Boy, he comes with some daggers, some 9 millimeters, 40 cals. Man, he comes with everything and the kitchen sink. And if you're going to be bent over, he's going to knock you upside the head of that kitchen sink and knock you the fuck out. No, I agree. Zoe does have a powerful pimp hand. We'll give him that for sure.
Yeah.
So now, so I appreciate you telling me that because no, that he definitely has that. And let's talk about the one thing on VIP that people say they never do and they do all the time. Tell me about your love adventures on VIP. Now, keep in mind, you may not have had it yourself, but look, we all know the thirst level on VIP is like through the roof. Now, whatever you're comfortable with, I know you're from Kentucky. I don't know if you had any relatives on the site, but can you tell me about some of your love adventures since you've been on VIP?
I think most of my relationships on VIP has been strictly platonic. Um, just recently, I started a relationship with Scorpion, also known as George Joker. We just recently started a relationship, but
Wait, what kind of a relationship? What do you like? What do you guys do? Tell me about it. And keep in mind, it's just me and you. No one will watch this. Tell me about that little relationship you guys are having.
we mostly just talk about our everyday life, and I send him nudes every now and then. But
There you go. Now let me ask a question. Now, when you send these nudes, like, do you pose? Do you have the lighting just right? Like, how do you send the nudes? Like, walk me through on if you're going to send this amazing gentleman a nude of yourself.
oh well, you see, my nudes aren't real nudes. They are. I usually just take a picture, a black picture with the no light on, and tell him I'm
Okay.
nude.
Shoot! Now that's actually an ingenious idea because look, you probably are nude, but I mean, I love that. So you just take a picture in the dark. I mean, obviously, if you paid your bill, maybe you'd be able to see the picture. But so you take a picture in the dark and you call it a nude, and it makes them feel happy inside. I get it. I like that.
Yeah.
So what? Tell me more. So like when you guys talk, what kind of thing? And keep in mind, you can go as personal as you want or not at all. There's no requirement here on my show. Just be you. What other kind of things do you talk about? You trade recipes. Wait, does his mama make a fine, mean motherfucking meatloaf? Because mine sure did. Talk to me more about this great love you have.
Oh, I'm sure his mama makes a fine meatloaf. He always talks about how great of a cook she is, but
Oh,
um,
then you know she makes a fine meatloaf. Yeah, keep telling me about this. This is great. I love it.
yeah, we mainly just talk about, different things we like and things that's going on, and maybe we might yell at each other over a game or something after, typical VIP relationship stuff.
And typical shit. You love each other one day, then you play a game and you hate each other for 5 minutes. I totally get it. So, are you guys in the same club, or is it a different club?
No, we're in the same club. We're
What's up?
Yeah, we're both in bank robbers.
Now, question: when you guys met, did you guys meet in the club? Like when you met him, when you saw him in your club, when you looked out your window, was the sun shining through the clouds, and you're like, "Bam! This is him." What was it? What was the time? If you can bring us all back to the time when you first knew that his would be the wiener that you would want to be buried in your ass.
I feel like I've known him now for I think 3 years, maybe even four. Back whenever clubs first started, he had the Joker Club, and
Okay.
he would partner me every now and then, and we always played really well together, and we ended up both of us leaving the club we led to start a new club together. It was me, him, and Ultimate. We started the Dominators Club.
Oh, I remember that club. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and then we just kind of everybody went back, to their bigger clubs because we only had a few people. We all just ended up disbanding it and going back to our other clubs. But
No,
we,
I get it because size does matter, right?
yeah, it
You
does
had
when
a
you're in a
small
club.
club. And let me ask you this: since we're here, it's just us. No one will be listening. You know, when girls say it's not the size, it's how you use it. Bull fucking shit. Come on, admit it. You guys are all fucking size queens. Now, if they can use it, great. tell me true or false when they say it's not about the size, it's how they use it. Is it a fucking lie?
Well, I'm not gonna say. I mean, it depends on what we're talking about. Are we
We're
talking
talking
like?
about their pecker, motherfucker.
I would say that it is more in how they use it than it is the size, because it it's really difficult to judge that. Depends on the person, really. Because I've been with small ones and I've been with big ones, and sometimes the big ones ain't fun either. So.
No, I get it. Like the time I had a big one, no, I never had the time. But hey, you never know. You never know. Maybe I had the time. I just don't want to share it. So basically, you guys left the club because it was small and size does matter. Is that when you went to the bank robbers, or where'd you go then?
Wait, what was the question again?
Yeah, so the question was, so you remember, I know you're all fucking Twitter pated and I'm probably overheating because we were talking about peckers. And I'm a white guy, nothing to impress you there. No, when you left the Dominators, because it was small and you guys realized this small is really pathetic, did you guys go to the bank robbers then or where'd you go then?
I actually helped build bank robbers with Nick after Dog left. Like I got a bunch of the players. We had so many heavy hitters there. Bank robbers was actually my original home club. But
Okay.
no, George went back to his Joker's club.
And wait, and George, is that, wait, dude, like I'm stupid as fuck. Is George the one you're having a relationship with?
Yeah, Scorpion.
Okay, good. And what's his name again on VIP Spades?
Scorpion.
Okay, okay. And the light shone through the clouds. Now I don't know why that was above my head. So you're the one that started the original bank robbers. Guess what? They didn't want me. I wasn't good enough. But no, so that's where. So you guys actually met way before that, and you started the bank robbers. And wow, that's been a hot minute then, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't start it. Dog and High Times started it, but then Dog took a break, and High Times had invited me to the club, and we just merged everybody from my club to his club, and that's how
That's
Bank Robbers
cool.
came. Yeah.
No, that's cool. So now keep in mind, look, no, and I appreciate you sharing all the stuff, but look, at the end of the day, when you pin that little tail on the cute little pig, the pig of the day is actually Marky Poo. And so tell me about the time when you actually met Marky Poo, aka Sub Zero, the cold one. Tell me about the time you met him and how did it come to today? And take as much time as you like.
So when I first came to the site, Mark was Sub-Zero, and he sat as my opponent and beat the hell out of me, like, I don't know, probably 10 games. And every time it was the craziest shit. And I told him, I was like, why do you keep sitting against me all the time? Why don't we partner? We could really clear the tables, because he is a good player. Um, but then, like I said, we ended up partnering a few times, and then he ended up. I think that was the time that he had gotten banned, and he was gone
Well,
for a
which
while.
time he's been banned so much. And 5 minutes later, it's a new level one on VIP. No, I will give the little timid, frail, ego little bitch. No, I will give him his props. He can play some spades.
Yeah, and the thing is he acted like he beat me because I couldn't play, but that wasn't the case. I've always been a really good spades player, and for the longest time, after he started turning into the asshole that he is, he would always tell everybody that he made me, he made
Huh.
me, like he made me the great spades player I am. Nope, the only thing you made on this site, Mark, is 20,000 new IDs.
Shoot, and
That's
you
it.
know what? And you know what, y'all looking on that one, looking for someone that's had look a personal story about Mark. Look, from day one, my circle's so small. I admit I am a troll. I honestly don't. And there's been people I have cared about, and there are people I still care about on the site. But no, I've never given a flying fuck. But my circle's always been small. And keep in mind, a lot of people would be all the time, always on global about Mark. Guess who had his motherfucking back through thick and thin until we were at each other's throats? It was always me. So if I'm making a show about him today, dude, you did this to yourself. You made your bed, now fucking lay in it. Yeah, keep going, keep continuing. What tell us the tale.
Yeah, and so after he started on me, just like harassing me all the time on Global, calling me Fatisha and just and making fun of the dumbest, silliest things. And it was always on repeat. Like he never comes up with new material. It's always the same thing over and over and over again, every week after week. I never did come back after him for the longest time. Like this went on for like a year or so. I never snapped back or anything, and it was because I really didn't stay on Global a whole lot at that time. I was still kind of breaking it in, you know. And then he always would message me. He's like, "Why are you always so nice to me?" I was like, "Because I'm a nice person, you know. And what you say doesn't affect me one way or the other. You might think it does, but it doesn't." And he was like, "I believe you." And then, like, he'd tell me he loved me, and then like 2 or 3 days later, if that, it would be back to me being Fatisha.
And then maybe you don't know, because I never even knew with him, because one day we'd be cool, the next minute we wouldn't. Was there like a triggering thing that you can pinpoint on why he'd be really sweet? Because I know, look, I know he has a side. I know he does, and I'll speak good of him on that. He does have that side where I don't know why he won't let it out more. He has that side where he's really nice, really cool. Was there anything you can pinpoint on why he would flip the switch on you suddenly?
Honestly, I think it's just the alcohol. It turns him into a different person. And some people can handle alcohol, he cannot. That's my opinion.
No, and it's sad because I'm a troll. I don't want to feel bad for him right now. Yeah, fuck that, Mark. You're not making me feel bad for you on this one. No, and it is unfortunate though. But keep in mind, I have some great stories that I want to add here too. Because hey, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't a troll. So Mark, good old Sub Zero. Now I remember. I don't know if you remember Breezy back in the day, but it all started right there. Me and Breezy were good friends, and he was like on the side. Will you put a good word in for me? Dude, do you not have your own motherfucking game? But see, this is what I've observed. To keep in mind, I've kept my mouth shut a lot. But he would, dude, any girl that's even halfway pretty, dude, the thirst is astronomical. And then what I would see, as long as they would play his game and not partner anyone else, just him, and cater to that little, frail ego of his, they'd be golden. But the minute, the second, they didn't do something that he liked, that's when they turned out to be a fucking bitch, a fucking whore. Is that so with you? Was anything like that was similar with you, or was it different with you and him?
Absolutely, it was Ultimate. He got mad because me and Ultimate were main partners, and he
Oh, yeah.
always accused Ultimate of cheating, and he didn't like Ultimate, and it was just a whole big thing. Um, but everybody knew Ultimate was my partner, so I don't know what his deal was, but like I guess just because of Ultimate, he got jealous. Um,
And jealousy is a thing. I mean, I get it's a human emotion. Look, I've just never gave a fuck. Look, and keep in mind, look, and I just don't care. I tell everybody my dirt because this is what a troll does. If I tell you all my dirt, there's nothing you can come at me with. I've really never. I mean, jealousy. I mean, I think we all have that notion. Dude, I don't give a fuck if you're gonna fuck my girl. Pay the cable TV bill on the way out the door. Just leave a couple bucks. I don't need a lot. Just leave a little. If you're gonna do it, do it. But no, I noticed that about Mark. He would get jealous on all kind. You would witness it on Global. And then people would be in your ears saying, "Oh, no." So I totally can see that.
oh yeah, I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I've never been a jealous person. I'm more of a free spirit. If somebody wants to go do something, do it. I'm not going to be the one to
Yeah,
hold them back.
they're gonna do it anyway. They're
Right.
gonna do it anyway. So what but be real about it. That's the thing. Most people won't be real. They want to have their dirty little secrets, do it on the side, and play us all as fools. No, but yeah, people allow that. That's when that shit happens. So, how do you feel about Mark these days? What's your thoughts on him now? Because I would see, like, he would be mean to you, and then I would even see on Global, you would kind of take him back under your wing, because I would do the same thing. So, where are you at now? Do you think you'll take him back under your wing, or? What's your thoughts?
No, honey, that ship has sailed this time because he made a promise, and you know, he made a promise last May or June that he would never do that to me again on Global, and then recently, as everybody knows, me and Jennifer and Dog kind of had a little falling out for a while, and we finally just got over our madness and rekindled our friendships, And as soon as I did that, it was immediately he was on Global trashing me along with Jennifer and Dog and just on and on and on and on and on. And I told him day one when he started doing it again this time, I said, Mark, this is the last time. And he just kept on, and I didn't say anything back. I just kind of let him go. And he's done it every day, every week that he's been on here when he's not muted, which I think he's muted right now. That's why he's
I,
being
I,
quiet.
he, yeah, oh no, trust me. Look, and even me, I'm a troll. Now, he's not a troll. A troll can't be in his feelings every 5 minutes, but no, he's a lot like me. No, no, we can't shut up to save our lives. The only reason why he's being quiet, no, he's muted. I'm surprised he didn't lose it. This whatever his name is now, I'm surprised he didn't lose that. No,
Yeah.
he didn't lose it. He's stuck, so yeah, he's muted, or he would be talking.
I had even wrote VIP so many times this past year and asked them to stop banning his accounts. But I just want him to know right now that the mute he's got, you're welcome, buddy.
Well, it's funny because I will say this about Mark. Look, at the end of the day, he does pay his money each time, and no, they shouldn't ban him. I mean, look, at the end of the day, like just like him. Well, he was never around long enough to be muted. They would just take his account. But no, I was muted so much. I mean, no, he pays his money. He should not have lost his account all the time. And for the people that kept turning him in all the time, you guys are fucking pussies. So no, on that one for Mark, I do feel bad because he shouldn't have had all his accounts banned. Look,
Right.
mute us if we're being dicks, pricks, tricks. Mute us, but yeah, don't ban him. But no, he's quiet because he's being muted.
Yeah, he's I had never reported him in all these years, but last week I finally broke my silence and I gave him a little bit of a roast, not even a mean one, just a little one. And instead of him just taking it like he should have, like a man, he went on Global and was posting my phone number all over
Oh wow.
Global. Yeah, it was like the
Did,
shittiest
did, did,
thing. Not
did you
that I
get any
really
good
care,
phone
because
calls?
like 90% of you all have my phone number anyway. Who
Well,
cares?
yeah,
But
but when he posted it, did you get any good phone calls?
no, nobody called me. I guess.
Well,
uh,
I guess it didn't work out for him.
No.
So basically, that was the last straw. So he made you a promise, and once again, he failed miserably. So, and that's where you're at right now.
Yeah, and when I make promises, I keep them. So when I told him that was the last time, that was it. He's dead to me, other than
Well,
whenever I
no,
want to slap him.
no, it's almost good because look, at the end of the day, and this is for you or for all of us. You're going if you keep approaching that line that you say you're not going to cross, and you keep stepping over, pretty soon you're going to look back over your shoulder, and that line you said you'd never cross is a mile behind you. No, sometimes, and this is for a mark for me to you too, bro. Sometimes when you cross a certain line too many times, there's no coming back, dude. You probably lost a lot of good friends. Well, just like this last time when I saw it, and keep in mind, all of us could see it. Like the last week or so, when he was going at you and Jenna Dog. Look, at the end of the day, I'm a troll, and sure, I have no room to say I'm innocent. I'm not. I don't claim to be a saint. But also, when I sin, sure, have I gone at women? I sure have. But how brutal he can be and just watching it. And then now you all know that Lydia is important to me. She's a young player. She's really good, really talented, and she will even agree. She has a lot going on in her life. She don't need this bullshit. So I was starting to see him trying to kind of flirt with Lydia on Global. Oh hell no! And I don't have no interest in, other than a friend. But then when I would say something like, "Oh no, you better not," look, at the end of the day, dude, I don't give a fuck what you do. Keep Lydia's name out your mouth. But then what got me, because I wouldn't join in on jumping on you guys, that has to be the only slight. He would get my inbox, and you know how he does it, because I have my settings where anybody can talk to me. But he has his settings friends only, so he'll get his say, like, what the fuck, what are you doing? And then when I try to reply back, settings to only friends. Well, so today, today I got him there because I know he was in his feels. I know he's in his feels because again, he's not a troll because he's so easy to trigger. That's how you got him muted. All you got to do is say one thing and step back, and he won't be able to stop himself because he has no way to keep himself from not doing it. No, he muted himself. You just lit that match to walk to the exit like I do. But no, today, I think there was a million game, and he was sitting there. So no, I know Mark's a good player too. I didn't know he would still be in his feelings like a little bitch. So I sat next to him. He immediately got up, and then when I keep in mind I'm a troll, so I knew right away. Oh, he's still in his feelings. So I went to the inbox where he was always saying his piece where I can't say mine, and I knew he has friends with settings only. So you know how the chat stay in your inbox. So I clicked on his thing, blocked. And so, oh, he's in his feelings. So I was like, fine, motherfucker. You want to be a little bitch? I'm going to give you something to be upset about. And here we are.
Yeah, and one thing too I want to call out is he will absolutely lie, just bold face, make up things, and then tell me to show receipts. And guess what? I pulled up with those receipts, Mark. I said it's only funny whenever you're actually telling the truth about someone. Like it hits harder when it's true. But you just keep on making shit up. It's not funny anymore. It's it's where everybody's laughing at you, not with you. So
Well, what's sad in this situation, this was supposed to be funny. A lot of it will be funny. But no, nobody's laughing anymore. It's the same sad story all the time where he just gets on and keep in mind, look, I talk a lot too. We all know this. But no, you just have to say one word and just leave the chat and dude, there'll be like 1,000 messages. They're all from him. And he's just, it's one thing to troll. Like, for example, in the chat today, I said, hey, look, I won't talk about your kids. I won't talk about Marcy. I won't talk about your pets. I won't talk about any of that shit. He has no bounds of, he has no, okay, this is something I shouldn't do. No, he just don't give a shit. But see, what's funny, he can dish it. He can't take anything. He has the thinnest skin I've ever seen. Marky, you are not only a Karen, you're the biggest snowflake I've ever seen in my life. And a troll, we understand what's going to happen if we play with fire. We're probably going to get burnt. You don't seem to grasp the concept. You're a bitch, a pussy, a snowflake. You're no troll, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Carrie.
yeah, I'm just gonna say all of that. Ditto.
Hey,
uh,
so before we started this, now keep in mind we still can talk about it for a few moments if you like. Said you were going to tell me a story that goes in line with the poop report. Did you forget, or did you already tell me and I forgot?
oh no, I can still tell the story. So, one thing about me is I cannot be embarrassed, and this stemmed from a very young age. I was in the fourth grade, and this is the most embarrassing moment of my life, and I'm going to share it with everyone. But I was in the fourth grade, and we were having testing, and we had those divider walls that would like open up, and you'd have two rooms in one. So there's like 75 kids in one classroom, and you could hear a pin drop in there. Okay. And we had just come back from a restroom break, and I had to fart so bad, okay? Like, it was miserable. And I was sitting at my desk, and we had these metal chairs, too, those metal desk chairs. And I was squeezing,
Amplifies it.
yeah, I was squeezing my little butt cheeks. They were little at that time, but I was squeezing my little butt cheeks just as hard as I could on that chair to keep myself from farting, because I didn't want to fart. Well, I sneezed, and it backfired. And Lord, it didn't smell, but it literally vibrated the floor. It was so loud, okay? And
That'd be
this little
great.
boy next to me, his name was Matt. I'll never forget the look on his face. He just immediately stood up and started pointing at me like it was her, it was her, you know. And then I was holding it because I couldn't ask to go to the restroom. We just came back. I didn't want to be in trouble or anything because I was a good kid. But then here, the worst part about it is, it's like everybody just stopped what they were doing and looked my direction and was laughing, okay? And then the worst thing that got me, this is what broke me, is my teacher walks over and she leans down next to me real close and whispers, like everybody didn't hear it. She's like, honey, do you need to go to the restroom? I was like, Not now.
Yeah, what was the point of leaning over and whispering? Everybody knows you were the one that shit your pants. Now, quick question. Was it a fart or was it a shart?
It was a fart. Thank God it was a fart. It didn't, like I said,
Now,
there
let me
wasn't
ask
any.
a question, because you know I'm a fucking troll, and I excuse my language for the good Christian folks that are listening. So, was there any moisture? Was it dry? Explain, like when you, I know it's long ago, but when it erupted from your ass, was it dry? Was there a level of moisture? Tell me about the fart.
It was a dry one, but it had so much pressure behind it because, like I said, I was clenching my cheeks to that chair, and it clapped. You know, it was
Hey, that
great.
was your luck saying I'm still here, motherfucker.
But that is my story for the poop report.
No, that's hilarious. Now listen, no, you've been an amazing guest, but look, we don't need to cut short now. So I'm just going to ask you: is there any other thing? Look, and I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want to give a shout out to some of your homies. I don't care if there's other things you want to talk about because you're a really fun guest. And even though your country is fuck, look, I've always enjoyed you, and I've enjoyed your personality, your love of spades, how great you are on the table. Because you do have some definitely skills. You take some of my coins plenty of times, and you got that fat, sweet, ignorant motherfucking booty. So you got a lot of great things going for you. So if you want some extra time to tell some more stories, to give some shout outs, yeah, the floor is yours, mama.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give some shout outs first. I want to thank you, Newt, for having me on the show. I really have enjoyed it. I always enjoy cutting up on Global with you. You're just one of the most fun people on VIP. Um, and then I'm going to give shout outs to Jennifer. She's been such a good support person for me, and she is such a sweet lady. And anybody that says otherwise is dead fucking wrong about her. And
No,
of
my
course,
dog, Jennifer.
yes, dog's
No,
Jennifer.
I could. Jennifer is one of my good friends too. And look, I don't give a fuck if you're my friend on VIP. I will always own it. Yeah, I might be a nightmare, but I'm loyal. So no, I agree with you. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and then another good friend of mine is Dog, of course. And I got to tell you how me and Dog met, and he's going to kill me, but I'm going to tell it
No,
anyway.
say, hey, well, no, keep in mind, no one's, it's just me and you here. So keep in mind, this is a personal moment, so it's just between me and you. Yeah, share it.
So I don't know if you remember good old Candyland or not.
Oh my God, Dog and Candyland hated each other. Now, I wonder, did Candyland or Buffalo Bill die? No, I actually missed Candyland. That was an epic shit show. Yeah, definitely tell me about this one.
Okay, so I had just started playing high stake tables, million coin tables, and Candyland was actually one of the people that I would partner with on the lower tables. Not that I really wanted to, but I didn't really have much options because nobody knew who I was, and you know how that goes. So, I would partner Candyland, and it was just, you know how they were, constantly trolling through the whole game. And I would laugh and cut up, with them or whatever. Well, Dog had a million coin table set, and I think his partner was Chris taking coins. I can't remember. He'll be able to remember probably. I'm sure it's a very memorable moment for him. But I sat down as his opponent, and Candyland sat as my partner. And they never played high stakes tables. I think I was their first high stake partner, and we ended up winning that game. And not gonna lie, not trying to brag on myself, but I pulled off some fucking miracles trying to save
Oh,
that game.
if you were partnering Candyland, I have no doubt you pulled off some miracles.
Well, the whole game, this is when Dog got to know me. He kept sending me stars because he just couldn't fucking believe I was beating his ass the whole game with Candyland. And after the game was over with, and Dog made a post on Global, I think, first, and then Candyland followed behind and was rubbing it in, talking about how
Oh, yeah.
how she or he, whatever, um, they, I guess, is the politically correct term now. I don't know. But anyway, she was going on and on about how she had beat him and how she was better than him. And I went on her post and said, "Yeah, you're welcome for the ride on my coattails."
Oh boy.
And she got so triggered, she booted me off of her post. And I mean, it was just, and then of course I went to Dog's post and hammered his ass too, but it's funny. And that's how Dog and I got to know each other. And every time I would sit as his
No.
opponent, I would beat his ass, we would partner and we would get the worst cards ever. So,
It's funny because similar about dogs. When look, me and Dog have a very storied history, but I'll be interviewing him next. I can't wait. Hopefully this weekend. But no, when I first met Dog, look, I've always had a big mouth too. How I met Dog, if you don't mind sharing. No, I actually played against him. Now before I was a setter, I was a bagger I could bag someone from hell to back. And so I played a game. I can't remember who my partner was. But we bagged him to hell and back so many motherfucking times. And of course, you know me, I never gloat after a victory. And so I went on global, and keep in mind, I just have a big mouth. I meant it in all in good fun, of course. But no, I basically, and I don't even think I did on global. I think I might have did it in his inbox. I think it's actually in his inbox where I was like, boy, I bagged you to hell and back. And so obviously I didn't make a good first impression. So he probably didn't like me for the word go, but that's how I met Dog. No, Dog's now keep in mind, me and Dog we've definitely had our history, but no, he's a cool motherfucker, Dog. So you are a cool motherfucker, and trust this, I won't say nothing if I don't mean it. So you are a cool motherfucker. But yeah, Candyland, my good lord, yeah, Dog hated that motherfucker, and whatever she was, he, she, it, they, I don't give a fuck. This is my show. I don't give a fuck about being politically correct. And no, I'm not racist. I hate all you motherfuckers equally. Okay, so yeah, who else do you want to give a shout out to?
well, of course, I'm going to give a shout out to your favorite person, Thug Bear. Um,
Oh, good lord. Laws, yes.
I love him, guys. He is like, I don't know. You all don't get to see the side of him I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see the side you all see too every now and then, but he's just he is a character. I will give you an example of one of our most recent conversations, and he's probably going to kill me, but I bid the stupidest nil, and I think I've still got a screenshot of it, and he covered it beautifully, like he almost always does. And after the game, I was like, man, that cover on my nil made me wet. And he was like, or no, I said made my panty, it made me wet my panties. And he said, what did you do? Did you pee? And I was like, yes, incontinence.
I will give some of the Thug Bear. Now keep in mind, look, I don't hate him. I really don't. What I like about Thug Bear, like me, he just don't give a flying fuck. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck.
Nope.
But what I love about playing Thug Bear, now listen, I know he's a good player. I know he is. Just like I have bad luck. For example, I know you beat me more than I beat you. I know that for a fact. Just like Dog. I know Dog has beat me more than I beat him. But I don't know what it is, but when I play Thug Bear, I beat the shit out of him almost every motherfucking time, and it's so easy to get him triggered. I just wait for it. And then he starts saying, see you soon.
That's what I was going to say.
He is a good player. He really is. And he'll probably hear this if he even listens. No, what I love about Thug Bear, he just don't give a flying fuck either. And no, I can respect that. And he does have good gameplay. But yeah, I don't hate him. He's just one brutal, rude, I don't give a fuck motherfucker. But no, I don't hate him. But yeah, he is fun to fuck with. But no, he's a good player, that's for sure. He's just not good against me.
Yeah, he's definitely a troll at heart. The thing I love most about Thug Bear is he never changes. He never changes it up. You can just pretty much bet what's going to come out of his mouth. Like, he doesn't care. He does not care. And he's very loyal to his friends, which is probably very few, but
no, hey, keep in mind, even though me and him will probably never see eye to eye, no, me and him are probably a lot similar. That's probably why we probably don't get along. No, I'm very loyal to select few too. So no, I actually get him, and you having this interview, maybe some other people get him too. Like I don't hate the dude. He's just definitely a shit show, just like me.
Oh, I mean, he's just been me. He's been mean to so many people, and it's funny to me sometimes, and then sometimes it's not so funny because then they come to me and they cry about it, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, you're not his mom, and and even if you were, guess what? Sometimes kids misbehave.
Yeah. But yeah, of course I'm gonna shout out my Thug Bear. He's my main squeeze on there as far as partners go. He's been my longest spade hubby and will continue to be forever, I would say, unless he just gets tired of me one day. Um, but yeah, he's definitely a character.
So
Um,
basically, and I'm sorry to cut in again. So basically, he's the opposite of Mark, meaning that he'll always be loyal, always have your back. Like you said, he's always the same. But when he actually chooses to be your friend, like he's chosen to be yours, he's loyal to you. Where Mark is completely the opposite. Mark, guess what? Know what that makes you mad? A trifling little pussy bitch. So no, I got to give it a Thug Bear. No, like I can respect that because it's one thing to just be a dick, but if you have your circle, even if it's small, and you show that loyalty, no, here I'll give you Thug Bear. I'll give you some respect right there. No, that you have my respect for that, man.
Oh yeah, he's always, and there's things y'all just don't see. Like he's always getting on to me, like, why do you give these people your time? Why do you do this? Why do you keep letting them back in? You know, like he always looks out for me, always. And if somebody does me wrong, they've done him wrong. So that's
Well,
how he sees it.
you know, if you don't mind me saying something to that, also, dude, I just can't stop talking. That's the problem. I never shut the fuck up. But it's funny. On VIP Spades, dude, always be you. And this funny like little third grade shit. Well, if you're her friend, you can't be my friend. Motherfuckers, grow the fuck up. I may be a motherfucking troll, but just like Thug Bear, just like me, look, we're always going to be who we are. And if we do call you a friend, and trust me, there are a handful of you I give a fuck about more than others. But at the end of the day, we're going to be loyal. We're not going to be like, well, my dad will beat up your dad. Will you stop being her friend, dude? Grow the fuck up. Anyway,
Yeah, and I want to also give one more shout out to the same P and Anarchy. I'm going to combine them together, but the same P has definitely upped the game on global as far as trash talk. Man, he is freaking hilarious. And it's just constant. And he's another one that is
who are we talking
loyal.
about?
The same P.
Who is that?
He is he's in Bank Robbers. He's Anarchy's man.
Oh, Anarchy has a man now.
Yeah, where
Oh,
have
and
you
look,
been at?
dude, well, see, keep in mind now. So I've been back for a hot minute now, but no, like I would come and then I'd be here for like a day and a half, and I'd be gone for 3 months. So no, I've missed a lot. So yeah,
Yeah.
what's his name again?
The same P.
The same P?
Yeah.
Does he not have VIP? I don't think I've even seen it on Global, have I?
Well, it's because he stays muted. Because we have a bunch
Oh,
of
okay.
sensitive sissies on our site.
That's a fact right there.
Yeah, he just came off mute. Like he's been muted every week. Every week he gets muted. And he doesn't even like I think the most recent mute was because
Oh,
of the
oh,
toilet
is it?
paper.
Okay, the same P. Dasamy? I probably mispronounced it.
Yeah.
Is that who it is? Oh,
Yeah.
I know who that is. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was Anarchy, dude.
Yeah, he's really a great person, a great friend, and hilarious. Oh my gosh, he is
No,
funny as hell.
he is funny. He fucks with a lot. He fucks with a lot of players. No, they're the same P because I was thinking, well, who's the same P? But now so it's spelled kind of like Dasamy, kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, no, I know who you're talking about now.
yeah, yeah. He's a great friend and very loyal and just he always tells me he hates me. So
Well, hey, that's really love, when.
yeah,
Now, keep in mind, ladies, I get it. No does not mean yes, but when he says he hates you, no, he's saying it with love. So there you go.
yeah, exactly. Like he can say whatever honestly, he's like one of those people to me. He could say whatever he wants to, and you just can't get offended. But that's me, you know. I guess there are people that just gets offended over everything. But he is
Oh wait, like Mark,
yeah,
like Sub Zero, the cold one.
the
Yeah, we have to
cold
give him a
one.
shout out.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's always and like I said, he's just genuinely a good guy, and Anarchy is also a good friend of mine, and one of the longest people I've known on the site. Anarchy was one of the first people to give me a chance to partner her. I have like 5 of those. I've got Take Money, Tammy, uh, oh man, Lily.
Good people. Yeah, good people, man.
Yeah, and Anarchy was one of them too as well. She used to not be able to stand partnering me because I would take like 30 bags. But
No, I get it. Well, me and Anarchy are, I mean, I don't know why we're having a tip right now, but no, like, yeah, Anarchy was one of the first ones I met here too. No, and I will, excuse me, I'll give her props. She's an amazing player. I don't even know why we're in a tip, and I'm sure we'll make up in a day or so. I don't know. But apparently she thinks I'm a cracker. But anyway, I don't even give a fuck. But no, she's definitely a good player, and I've known her for a long time too.
yeah, yeah, and she's usually the quiet one. You know, she doesn't have a lot to say on Global most of the time. Until she does, then watch out.
Right? And, yeah, she. I don't know what the last couple of days. I think she made. I don't know. She made a post the other day, and this isn't actually to bash her. It kind of amused me. She made a post about relationships. And keep on, dude. I'm never here now. I've been here recently, but I on her post, I just said, "What is someone getting your inbox being thirsty?" And she says something back to me, and I couldn't help it. You know, I'm a troll. It gave me that itch. So yeah, I don't know. We just started a little tip that I'm sure will be fine in a day or two. But yeah, no, Anarchy, she is a great player. But
Yeah.
I used to partner too back at, I don't know if you remember, this might have been before your time, but Ash Spades, she still comes around. But at the time, me, Anarchy, Ash Spades, we'd play. But yeah, sometimes if you're a partner, Anarchies, and you don't do something right, yeah, she gets a little upset, but it's okay. We're all
Yeah.
competitive.
I love Ash Spades. Me and her used to be really close, and then we had a falling out, and we haven't never got to rekindle that. And if she's listening to this, or ever does listen, if anybody listens to this, let her know that I still love her and think about her all the time. When I see her at my table watching the game, I think she watches Psychics games. That's one of her partners. It always makes me happy just to see her. So,
Well, it's never too late. And, it's funny because, like, and Ash Spades will probably laugh at this. And, oh, for all the people that think I'm racist. So, no, I used to partner Ash Spades a lot, too. She doesn't come around as much anymore, but she'll remember this. Now, keep on that. I can't help it. I like a booty. And so for years, this was years ago, I don't know what it was about a white tennis skirt, but I would always ask her, hey, send me a picture of you in a white tennis skirt. So if I was ever thirsty, I was actually thirsty for Ash Spades. Now, this was years ago. So for those people that think I'm racist, oh no, would I fuck Ash Spades in the pooper? I sure would. But she is an amazing player, so I'm sure if she hears this, hopefully you guys can rekindle that. But no, I love you, Ash. Look, I couldn't help to say the story, but yes, I still want to see you in that white tennis skirt. So there you go.
she's gorgeous. She really is. And she's one of those trash talkers too. Me and
Oh
her,
yeah, she
that's
don't
how we
play.
met. We started playing spades. Her and Breezy was another one. Both of them sat
Oh,
as my
Breezy,
opponent.
good old Breezy. Hey,
Yeah.
Breezy's still here. I forgot what her name is now, but unless it's somebody else that's got her name. Now she used to trash talk with the best of us, but then she stopped. But I still think I think she's still there. Breezy something or another, unless she's left, unless someone else took it over and acting like they're her. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
Breezy was cool as hell.
But that's how we ended up meeting, but pretty much as we would trash talk each other at the table, and they were like, all right, like we just go back and forth, and it was great. We had so much fun. And Ash Spades, I will say this, Doug Bear has covered many of my bad nils, but Ash Spades had to put up with that shit more often when she was my partner. I can't tell you how many 5 spade nils she has covered for me.
No,
And
she's a great player.
yeah, she is an amazing player. We killed it at the table too. Um, so miss you,
Well,
Ash.
No, no, no. Say that again because I started to say something. Go ahead and say that last part.
I said, I miss you, Ash.
And hopefully she will hear that. Look at guys, it's never too late. If someone is important to you, look, yes, I'm a troll, but if someone's important to you, you never, we all have an expiration date. Don't wait too long. Even if she doesn't, say it back, it's never too late to reach out. So I just want to say that. But no, Ash Spades, if I have to really think about it, because back when I first started, I would just bag people. I would bag people to hell and back, and then she would always be taking extras. Like, good gosh! But then I realized my love for setting, and I don't know if it was just her, but no, she definitely helped me go from being a bagger to a setter. But guess what, guys? I can do it all. Regular, jokers, bag you, set you. Yeah, you never see me coming. But no, Ash Spades, yeah, I love you too, and you probably helped me learn how to be a setter instead of a bagger. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, dude, we've been talking for 50 minutes, so I'll just ask you this: is there anybody else you want to do a shout out to? Anything else you want to talk about? Because you have been an amazing guest.
Um, I think that's it for now. I'll be back.
Well, I loved having you on the show, and look, and like when I first called you just to check. I mean, you sound country as fuck, but not so anymore. But hey, Kentucky, it's a beautiful state. You do them proud with a fat booty. But no, it has been a pleasure having you on the show, and I look forward to seeing the tables. And Mark, boy, you really messed up. Unchained, she was a friend. She had your back. You crossed that line too many times, little pussy. But no, it's great having you, Unchained. I hope you have a great night and you take great care, okay?
All right, you too. Thanks again.
All right, guys, this was Nuke with the Poop Report. And guess what? Next one's going to be even better than this because, yeah, we're going to burn VIP down. So hope you guys tune in for that. So you guys take care. And Nuke, I'm out of here.